myself here and singing, so I'm going to fumble through a little bit. And think about Ovation guitars, they're all really uncomfortable and they're awful. They sound great though, so anyways. I declare when the sun go down, in the evening, darling, I declare when the sun go down. Ain't it lonesome, ain't it lonesome, when the one you love is not around, when the sun goes down. Last night, when I was laying sleeping, I declare I was sleeping someplace else. Last night when I laid sleeping, darling, ooh, I declare I was sleeping all by myself. Ain't it lonesome, ain't it lonesome, when the one you love is sleeping someplace else, when the sun goes down. I'm gonna play a little. Well, the sunrise in the east, and I declare it sits way down in the west. Sunrise in the east, darling, and I declare it sits way down in the west. You know, it's hard to tell, it's hard to tell which one will treat you the best when the sun goes down. Well, goodbye, old sweethearts and pals, I must be on my way. But I'll be back to see you again, darling. Ooh, little girl, some old rainy day. In the evening, I declare when the sun goes down, when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down. I'm gonna try to do this song here. This is one I made this song up about the Tower District. It's not quite as fun as Dave's song about the scene of the Tower District, which I visualized the old days when you were singing all those things because I knew all those people too.
I haven't heard Macaroni Mike's name in years.
Macaroni Mark. I haven't heard Macaroni Mike's name in years either. I've never heard Macaroni Mike's name.
Twin brother.
Say it wrong.
Twin brother.
Anyways, made this up about the Tower District, and I was at the post office. I got a post office box at the Tower District, right? And I pulled up my car and got out and started going to get my mail, and there was a homeless guy out there. There's always homeless guys out in front of the post office in the Tower District. And he was out there, and he's sitting there asking for money, so guy looked pretty rough, so I gave him $5. Walked in, got my mail, and walked out, and there was somebody had pulled up in the car right in front of the post office, had their car parked crookedly halfway out in the road, jumped out of his car, ran over to that homeless guy and started yelling at him, right? He's yelling at him, calling him all kinds of names and telling him that, why don't you get a job? Why don't you get a job? And he said, I ought to pull my knife out right now and stab you and kill you so I don't have to share the air with you, because then I'll be doing the world a service. And this poor homeless guy was just going, hey, man, I'm just here, man. So I thought, man, people killing people over here. I'm getting out of here, So I go over to my car, and there's a old beat-up car parked next to me. I think it might have been like a 94 Pontiac Sunbird or something, right? And it had the tape, plastic window. The window was busted out and had plastic taped around there with duct tape. And this lady was out sitting, leaning up against the car, talking on her phone, and she was talking real fast, real fast. And I think she was talking to a drug dealer, because they were talking about she looked like she'd been dabbling in the devil's dandruff, right? And so she had this little baby crying in the back of the car. And it was like 120 degrees out, it was summertime, Tower District out there by the post office, there's asphalt, and it's, and she was really having a problem. So I asked her, was everything cool? And she told me to shut up and mind my own business. So I did. I got in my car and took off, and I started thinking about this and started making up this song. And one thing that you need to know is that the whole thing that I just told you, this whole story took about 25 seconds, right? And I just gone 5 minutes telling a story, and I'm going to do another 3 minutes on the song of something that took 20 seconds. If you see your brother walking down the street, asking you for something to eat, would you understand? Would you lend a helping hand, or would you just let him be? If you see your brother and he's down on his luck, asking you if you could spare a buck, would you understand? Would you lend a helping hand, or would you just pass him up? Every now and then, you gotta think about the shoes your neighbor's walking in. One day you're on the top and you're doing just fine. The next you're on the corner with a cardboard sign. It says hungry and homeless, I'll work for food. I ain't bad, I'm just misunderstood. Would you understand? Would you lend a helping hand, or would you turn your back on me? If you've ever heard a hungry baby cry, why his mama's out getting high, Would you understand? Would you lend a helping hand, or would you just pass on by? Would you understand? Would you lend a helping hand, or would you just pass on by? Would you just pass on by? Would you just pass on by? Would you just pass on I walked through the big yard to feel the warm sunshine. 99-year man came over to me. He offered a smoke and he said as I rolled it, tomorrow I'm going to break out and go free. They feed us by sunlight, they watch us by spotlight, but I know a way that a man can go free. Down under my cell, I'm digging a tunnel. The walls of a prison will never hold me. I told him that I'd have no part of his scheming. My time would be up just 1 year from today. His eyes blazed with fire as he looked right through me. Bitter and broken again, he did say, they feed us by sunlight, they watch us by spotlight, but I know a way that a man can go free. Down under my cell, I'm digging a tunnel. The walls of a prison will never hold me. The next morning at breakfast, the old man was missing, and we all heard the rifles high up on the wall. He'd gone through the tunnel just like he had promised, and they say he was crying when they saw him fall. They feed us by sunlight, they watch us by spotlight, but I know a way that a man can go free. Down under my cell, I'm digging a tunnel. The walls of a prison